Okay, today we have Jib Gub Jib Gub. Oh, stupid name.
Men should pay on dates because it's hot. That's it. Full stop. I don't care about your calculation of actually, if you add up all the costs behind the scenes, women are, I don't care. Might be true. I don't care. The only reason men should pay is because it's hot. We have lost the plot so badly when it comes to dating. It's become so sterile and transactional because we've lost sight of the idea that it's supposed to be a separate romantic context, which means you might have to act a little bit differently than you would with a coworker in order to inspire that romance. And I know the common male response is, I shouldn't have to pay for her time. You do not have to do anything, just as she doesn't have to feel attracted to you. However, you're allowed to do things on a date that you don't have to do in order to create an environment.
I'm just waiting. When is she going to tell us what she's going to do? I hate when guys do the whole thing, what do you bring to the table? I think it's a very unattractive thing to do. So guys, never do that. Never do that whole, well, what do you bring to the table in the middle of a date? It's a big mistake. Just be quiet and never talk to her again. Now, the right thing to say in this context is, I understand why the average man does not want to go and pay every single dinner for a girl anymore. I understand it. There were certain fantasies set up by our grandparents and parents that simply cannot be replicated anymore. The average guy will never be able to afford a home anymore. Let's just be honest. The average woman, however, still expects a guy to be able to provide that and more, just like the old days, while she's simultaneously storing all of her money on her bank account, never to be used on you, of course, but to be used on herself. Now, here's the thing. I understand this and accept this. Your money is our money. My money is my money. This is always the way it's been since the beginning of time. Women always have to create some form of security line because, let's be honest, men are human. Only God can promise you undeniable, infinite security. A human man, no matter how good, will never be able to provide every single type of security over time like a modern woman expects. It's impossible. Let's keep going. Hey guys, before we continue, I just want to quickly let you know that I do have a dating course available where I go over all the essential concepts of modern dating. Make sure to check it out. I put the link in the description for you. Let's get back to the video.
That would inspire romance and attraction. So stop with this transactional language of paying for her time. That's not what this is. All this is you doing something hot on a date. That is it.
Then, of course, women are surprised when men say, girls only want money. Directly, no. But indirectly, it's just the truth. Most guys simply can't afford to do this anymore. That's the cold hard reality. There is some guys that do it anyways, but they do it at such a heavy expense to themselves with no expense to the girl. I know a bunch of normies, of course, are going to argue, well, you gotta move in with each other and build together. What's wrong with 50-50? The dynamic of a 50-50 relationship is so beyond fucked. You will inevitably be ground down by the emotions. You're just not going to survive in the long term. Unless, of course, the girl is so hideously unattractive that she can never get anybody else. Then she'll probably stay because she can't do any better, but you're still a prisoner in your own home. It's very easy to gauge this, by the way. If you're unable to make autonomous decisions without seeking someone else's approval every single time, you are not playing the masculine role. Let's just be honest. Now, I unfortunately agree with what the girl is saying, even though I feel like there's way better people that could be saying this, if you know what I'm trying to say. It just goes to show that a girl's standards are not going to change no matter what the circumstance. In this way, women can seem a little bit ruthless. The reason for this, of course, is because they are instinctually extremely serious about who they want as the father of their children. The way a modern female mind processes this is quite simple. If you can't afford a basic dinner, if you can't afford to take care of the majority of the expenses, if you're unable to own or finance a home, how am I supposed to be useless or vulnerable with you for at least 6 months during my pregnancy? This instinct or feeling will never change. I usually don't get super political on some of these topics, but maybe, just maybe, it's time to start blaming all the people that voted certain people into power, and maybe it's time to start blaming your governments for creating policy that so de-incentivizes hard work and merit. Working hard exclusively isn't enough anymore. To compensate for these extreme feminine times, you have to be ultra masculine. You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be a bit willing to disregard the rules. When I say rules, I don't necessarily mean laws, I mean the social rules. What you can or can't say, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. Things like this. This is truly the only way you'll make it out of this big picture slump. And don't worry, you're not the only one. Everyone's in it together. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you need help in becoming one of the few, don't forget to check the links in the description below.